Bitch, I'm a pothead. If you saying with smoke, fuck it.
So
cool.
What was the word that you used to describe the multi-sex? Hermaphrodites? Yes, I don't think I've ever heard it used in its, like, I've heard people call someone a hermaphrodite, but like I don't think I've ever heard it properly used.
No, I feel you.
Like the definitional term. Yeah, that makes sense. I've only ever heard of it in like derogatory way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like using it inappropriately, like being rude to somebody.
But yeah, no. That's actually crazy. I never really looked into it. For some reason, everything I fucking put in that tank just dies. So I was even just thinking about getting rid of it. But it's just a nice light source.
Learning, like, I feel like you'd have to learn so much in order to get a successful fish tank, especially if you're trying to cross different fish in
like
there.
A community tank.
Yeah, right. Like you'd have to. I feel like you genuinely have to know the ecosystem that.
This is where Brandon comes in, because Brandon's got like 10 tanks at his house.
Does
bro.
he?
This
He's
is
on
all
his
he
fish
does.
shit?
This is all he does, bro.
It's cool.
It is sick.
My uncle, when I was growing up, he had the coolest fish tank. Like it had, maybe it was big because I was so small, but I swear that thing was massive. I haven't been out there in a while, but he had the coolest fish tank. It was so big, and the fish inside of it, you'd be surprised of how many different types of fish he had in there. But by what I'm saying, like, you'd have to build the perfect ecosystem. Like, you'd have to make sure that all of those fish are compatible to be together.
Diverse skill.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Diverse skill.
Like, there's only a defined amount of people that have the time and, like, the knowledge to get that down perfectly, I think.
It's, yeah, I don't know.
I think you'd have to study. My one buddy, his father's a lake scientist, a little marine biologist.
Okay.
And like that blows me away because I do not understand it. Like I don't really.
There's so much science involved with that.
Right,
Marine
'cause,
biology.
Like, there's the whole concept of like the water in itself, like the quality of the water and everything, and then there's counting 1,000,001 different species of animals, trying to find different species.
Right.
Like there's so many different levels to marine biology, I'd feel like.
It's so fucked up to think about. Like, why do you think... Okay, this is my thought process. Marine biology is essentially just space exploration, but for the people that didn't do space exploration.
Well, like, I think that's a great way to put it, but it's exploration underwater, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're just in an unknown space trying to figure out stuff. I find it kind of scary how, like, low of a percentage of the oceans have been...
That's kind of where I was leading to with it, because I was like, what do we consider space? Like, we consider outer space, but what's inner space?
Yeah, inner
like,
spaces are oceans, the deep bottoms that we have no idea about.
That's fucked. The reason we're talking about this is because I have a fish tank behind the camera, and it's only got one snail in it, and I thought the motherfuckers died like 10 times. So, welcome back to the Second Spliff, Windsor's only smoking podcast, your favorite stoner podcast.
Yes, you.
Today, actually, let's do a little reflection.
Yeah.
Last week, as of upload, we had Ammo.
Yeah.
From Ammo Visuals. Last night, NLE Choppa
performed
at Windsor's.
At U Windsor. Yeah, no, that was cool.
Did they give you any like special offers as a student?
So I go to the college, so not through the college, but right. I'm sure there was probably like some form of like either discount or like.
But
promotion.
You used to go to the uni, so like it's.
Yeah.
Did you get an email saying he was coming or anything? That's weird.
No, I didn't get like my first knowing of it was when Ammo told us. Like that's when I first figured it out. Is when he told us.
That's weird.
And so yeah, he would have been busy this weekend working doing the documentary for him because they were doing it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Hey, my guy. Cheers, brother. Last night was a movie, man.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the first. I didn't even open that. Yeah, that's the first response. But bro, I'm happy for you, man. That's sick.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's a cool opportunity for him, and I think it's a great opportunity. Bringing him to Windsor, right? Because it gave artists like himself and others an opportunity to do this, put in work with artists who actually have a big name behind them. If you have big names coming out to your shows and that, like, that's when it gets crazy, and it gives the other people an opportunity to work for them and potentially get in contact with, right? Like, it makes and breaks the economy of the city.
Right.
We went and seen Theo Vaughn.
Oh, bro.
That was crazy.
The fucking getting in and out of that shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Disgusting. I wonder how the university was.
Probably packed. Probably so busy. I know that they they had a decent venue for it.
They only shut down like it's with the clubhouse or whatever it is. I would have thought they did it outside, bro. That would have been sick.
Yeah, but it sucks outside. The weather's trash.
Like,
it's fucking what, November,
Bro,
October?
yeah, but like I get the whole inside
The
thing.
outside,
yeah.
the outside vibe is awesome. Like I love like an outdoor like concert or party, nice little rager.
I'm kind of disgusted at the fact that they don't use the stage downtown for anything. They
yeah.
had Fetty Wap come to the city once.
Dude, that's a throwback. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
He
I
came
was
to
in
the-
like grade 12. I was in high school.
He's trying to get comfortable with fluffing the bed and shit. It was like that was years ago.
Yeah, that was way back.
They
But yeah,
haven't-
they got to do more stuff like that. I think probably one of the reasons why more hasn't happened is like COVID put a huge damper on travel and performances. So they
Yeah.
had to like rebook, and I'm sure that's why there was such like a gap in why there was nobody out here. But yeah, now it's starting to actually.
But yeah, even since fucking COVID though, like we've been out of it what? Well, I don't know
2
if we're even
years,
really out
maybe?
of it. Do we even think we're out of it? They keep bringing these new. I don't even fucking give a fuck.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna talk on that. But yeah, so fucking
We're
Just-
2 years of like being able to live our lives.
yeah.
So back to the shows and everything. You can get people out here. People are actually trying to book tours and go on because they
Yeah.
missed so much over the couple years of COVID. So like more artists,
That's true.
performers, comedians are trying to like show out more.
That's
'Cause,
very true,
bro.
yeah.
Think about it. They fully understand that over those 2 years, like people missed out, had
Mm-hmm.
withdrawals of just going out, all that. So now is the time to capitalize because we as people, as society who are locked up, like we want to go out and do shit. We want to go out and see, experience it because we were told we couldn't for a little bit, right?
That's very true.
So yeah, hop on it now while everyone's still like craving the
Yeah.
content.
And bro, they're packing out arenas and shit. Like I don't know how packed last night was for fucking NLE, but bro, he's selling out. He's
Yeah.
selling out shows and venues and other places. So I'm assuming like last night was packed.
Oh, I'd assume so. Especially like in the States, right? Like because they're American artists. Like in their own countries, they're selling out for sure. For sure. There's so much hype around celebrities now because of how much content they produce. Like if you look at streamers, like you'd think that you know the person,
Bro,
because
like
you're on.
Kai Sinet's stream.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, dude.
even-
Currently, right now, he's doing 7 days, 24-hour stream. So like,
that's fucked. In
I can
jail,
just-
right?
Yeah, I can just watch. Like the thought and concept around being able to watch someone's whole life is like really weird to me. Like that man is this whole week is not on camera,
Yeah.
right?
That's-
Like he'll spend
that's
the whole week on
crazy.
it. Yeah. So like people
So-
feel more connected to their like that's why YouTubers and Twitch and all that like have become such a huge celebrity thing because people feel more
Mm.
connected. Also, there's something a little honest about the YouTube. I'm just at home in my chair making a gaming video. You know what I mean? Like
No, that's
you're
true.
not trying to sell me nothing. You're not trying to. You're just creating content. You're having fun. You're doing what you want to do, and I enjoy it as well, right? Like it's a nice little connection between the viewer feels to the entertainer.
It is an odd circumstance to like put yourself in a position where you're constantly on camera, especially in a prison, because like obviously well I learned from you that they're not actually all prisoners, even though bro had announced on his thing that there were going to be real prisoners.
So I think like so I mentioned to you earlier as well. There's a million and one safety reasons between that. First off, you can't bring Krishan Rock into a male's like prison, right? Like that just wouldn't
like
be an option.
a female guard want to be. They do that. They let female guards in male guard
but like
prison,
you couldn't
or
let
male prisons.
Yeah, but you couldn't be like a prisoner. Like just in the
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
couldn't-
yeah, yeah, but-
you couldn't bring a famous female and tell her to like stay the night in or a few
No,
hours
yeah,
in a
for
male
sure, for
male
sure.
penitentiary.
For sure.
It's just not legally possible. I
No,
don't
for
think.
sure.
So like that's one of the reasons why they probably had to fake it. Two, would you? I think the way that they went upon it was getting content creators who want to entertain, as well as have like background information or experiences around the system or how they grew up. Maybe they did time. Maybe they grew up around people who did time. So like they can act out the character very well. And like there's real safety risks behind like a famous person, a very rich person, like going in the pen like that. That would be crazy.
That is true.
So I think
That's true.
I think they did it really well though, because the atmosphere is similar. Like they built a very good atmosphere around their idea.
It's true. How much do you think he paid to rent out a range on in a prison?
Oh,
Because like
that's not even something that I've ever thought about.
No, I don't
like that's
think-
not something you fathom as a person. Like, oh, how much would it cost me to rent out this section of a prison?
yeah,
Like,
I'm on block C. Let me rent it out.
yeah.
Bring everybody into it doesn't even make sense.
So like you wouldn't be able to do it in a populated prison. Like it would have to be
but like
somewhere.
they definitely didn't build a prison, but there's definitely, I don't know if they'd even, because that looks pretty new. Like even
it's a modern
Yeah.
it's a modern facility. You can tell by the way it's designed.
I'm kind of wondering like how would you, what are the legalities around it? Because obviously like it's all actors.
Yeah.
So like, do you claim it as like a movie stunt?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would assume
Because they have
so.
like what 60 days in or whatever it is, or
Yeah.
where they go
That
in
was
with
one
camera
of the
crews.
first things he said on his podcast, or on his stream when he got a minute alone with his chat. Is he starts getting all excited. He's like, "Guys, this is like 60 days in. This is like 60 days in." Like he knew he created something dope
Yeah.
just like 60 days in.
So on that note, how many now? Because the streaming community is huge.
Massive. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's they're bigger than rappers, I think.
Dude, at
So
this
it's-
point, some of them are way it's crazy. The amount of money they pull in, stupid.
Yeah, like fucking. So at what point do you think? Because there's Kai Cenat, there's Aiden Ross, there's fucking who else? That's Sneeko. There was Rice
Yeah.
Gum OG,
Dude, that's
and
like
now there's that little neon kid.
Yeah, and that's
So-
our side of streaming because there's
Yeah.
the whole like that's like
There's-
real life streaming
yeah.
where then there's the gaming side of streams, right? So you have all like your professionals, your
Right.
esports, and then you have your characters who just do chatting and
yeah.
sometimes you have NFL players that hop on and will do live streams on the weekend. But there was one, this guy was live streaming him playing Call of Duty like an hour before his game. Like,
That's wild.
before his NFL game, right? So it's like there's so many people, so many content creators, so many different sides on these streaming platforms coming together to create a million and different ways to entertain the people.
That's true. At what point do you think somebody's gonna try and either A, copy him, or B, one up? Because you've seen it with the whole Mr. Beast thing. Like Mr. Beast started out. To be honest, I didn't really like Bro at first. I still don't really like him. I don't watch him. I've never really watched him.
Okay.
But his whole business thing is like, you make all the money, then you spend all the money on the thing, and then that money then pays for the next thing. But you're just constantly in the same loop.
Yeah.
So Bro has like 10 different channels and he's doing these, but then other people started biting off his thing. So once they found out how to do it, then they were like, yo, I'm going to start doing what he's doing
For
and
sure.
kind of grow. So how long before you think someone's going to take Kai's idea of the streaming in a secluded lockdown place
Yeah.
or whatever it may be? Because then you may find, oh, he did it in a prison. Let's go to a fucking a something like crazy,
Yeah.
like a I don't know, like
You could do different stuff like that, right? Like fucking 24 in a zoo or some shit.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
right.
right, yeah.
But like you could, I think the thing with the streaming world is everyone's kind of friendly. Like obviously you have people who are dickheads, people who are rude everywhere.
Right.
But like everyone I've kind of seen in the streaming community, Twitch community, all that, like it's not. So let's say they were to do that, they would invite Kai to be a part of it, just like Kai would be bringing on Offset or something. At
Right.
least me as a good person would think that like you would implement the person into your idea, so that way you can kind of get it works both ways, because at that point you can get the view from Kai's fans and be like, look, this guy's out here with us too, like
Right.
you guys loved the idea, we're doing something similar, maybe you guys should check us out, right? So like it goes both ways. Kai gets his views from your stream when he's there, and maybe that'll put somebody onto him, right? So
Right.
like it's a very goes both ways community, especially Kai. I've seen, especially with that Ray kid, that's kind of when it showed me
The who?
Kai's like true colors.
The
Ray,
kid
the
from
young,
Japan or whatever it was.
I don't know what country he's from, so I'm not gonna say it. But like he possibly Philippines. But he he just met him in Japan on the road, and they just became boys. They like their vibe together. The chat was like in the vibe together and all that. And like at no point did Ka treat him like a fan. Did Ka treat him like a nobody? Right? Like it's
always just like being. He was always being honest to
yeah,
himself.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm looking for something right now.
Yeah, it's just so I'd like to think that they'd cooperate, but you can already see how what happened was Kick is a streaming platform now, right?
Yep.
And Aiden Ross is like a huge part of how that's run because like he helped bring people on content creator wise and
Right.
like create a base of people to distribute content over that platform. And so, but you could say that what you said earlier about people stealing ideas, not as much in the content space, but like in the overall platform space, happened because they took the whole, well, we'll create our own streaming platform where we decide the revenue splits.
Yeah.
Right. So there's always going to be people trying to take something that works and make it better for their own profit. That's how life works, unfortunately. Not even unfortunately. It's unfortunate for the person that maybe got their shit stolen.
Right.
But that's how we succeed as a society, is we keep building and bettering off of each other's ideas.
Right. Well, like even think about it. Like I don't wanna go ahead and make that statement, so I won't make that statement, but I'll kind of switch it up in my head a bit. The whole creation of the airplane. That obviously was somebody's idea. It didn't work. So then somebody else, aka the Wright brothers, then took that idea. They weren't necessarily the first, but they were the first to have gotten that general idea to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously there I wouldn't necessarily say stealing, but it was just them being able to.
Is it stealing though? Because like, if I come up with the greatest idea right now, okay, and I do nothing about it, and you put in the work, you do the time, right, and you create a product around it, you market out, you create a fan base for the product, you set up distribution with multiple sellers and retailers and stuff like that, and you start selling that product, right? My idea, yes. I didn't do anything though. Like that's kind of like my fault in a sense in my mind. Like you can only blame other people for stealing your shit so much because like what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. If you're not the one acting on it, you can't be mad that
Like,
somebody else took your idea.
Yeah, like if you're working hard and trying to get your shit, yay. But like I said, if me and you just sitting here at a table and I tell you something and I don't do anything about it and you do, that's not on you. That's on me. I didn't get my ass up.
My girl told me that when we first thought about doing the podcast. I was telling her about it. I was like, yo, I got this idea of like trying to do a podcast type of thing. And she goes, you have to do it now. You spoke it into existence. Somebody else is going to do it. And I was like, all right. And then the next day we did it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
yeah, no, for real. Like, it's one of those things where people are always looking for a way. You know what I mean? And if you give them a way, there's a good chance they're going to take it. Why not?
yeah, I almost just hit this like the dab.
Big old inhale. Back on the dabs again today.
We on this, I don't want to give out company names because they're not sponsoring shit. But this thing right here is beautiful. Most beautiful device ever. If you use the Puffco, throw it out. If you use the Dr. Dabber, throw it out. I did my research. Beautiful.
And
Hit me up. I'll give you the link.
not super expensive either.
Very affordable.
Gets the job done. Like,
Oh, bro. And you can, it's got like a 60-second heat up. Then it's got a 90-second hit time. And you can burn it again and keep hitting it as long as your shit's there.
yeah.
So it's got 4 different heat settings.
Damn. I didn't even know that.
I will say if this had a better battery, we'd be chilling.
Okay.
It dies unexpectedly, but that might also be because I leave it on and not like on where it's cooking.
Okay.
But like, you know, when you like
It's
hit
on
a dab
rest.
pen five
Yeah,
times and
yeah.
it turns on and you forget to like hit it again,
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
So if you leave it
okay.
like that, like in function, essentially, it'll
Mhm.
die.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. The other day, when was it? Was it the other day? What are you laughing at?
If we're getting into story time, I got something for
Okay,
you.
Yeah. Give me your stories. Give me your stories.
I'll give it 1 second.
Actually, yeah. Let me cook up a dab while you tell me your story.
So,
What you been getting into recently?
you want the most recent or the most fucked up recent?
Ooh, give me. I like some fucked up.
Okay, I wouldn't say it's like fucked up, but like it was just fucked up because I didn't expect to see it or ever have to see some shit like that.
Mhm.
So I got invited to go to we'll call it like a rave.
Okay.
So I went to what I would consider my first ever like rave or like EDM or like it was like a bass
It's house
thing.
music.
Yeah. So like okay, that's exactly how it was explained to me, but I didn't know exactly what that was. So I
Okay,
was like,
okay.
I was tweaking out a bit. So fucking we get to the place we're going to, and outside everything's going good, whatever, and Dab's got my heart racing. we walk inside, bro. Looks at me. Actually, before I even get into this, I automatically assumed if it was a rave, people are going to be on Molly. So I don't do Molly. I don't do psychedelics. I don't do anything like that. So I was already like, all right, I'm going to be out of my element, not really understanding what might fucking happen in this shit, whatever. But I'm enjoying what it sounds like from the outside, so I'm like, all right, this sounds dope. So fucking we go in, and the guy goes, all right, go enjoy yourself. So I'm like, all right, sick. We go in, and all I see is just people like vibing, doing their thing, and I'm like, all right, that guy's having fun. That guy's having fun. That guy's having fun. Wasn't really anything bad. Music was a little different. Wasn't terrible. So fucking we grabbed a drink, chilled out for a minute, and then like we're sitting there, we're vibing. People are doing fucking dancing, whatever. It was a like a Halloween costume party or whatever, but like the rave scene, people are already wearing masks and doing their shit and doing whatever. So I was in their regular clothes, like not really understand what was going on. Fucking
Out of place.
yeah. So I see this guy in like a Fortnite mask walks in, and I'm like, all right, whatever. He walks to the corner, he's vibing out. Some guy in a different light up eyes mask, whatever,
Okay.
fucking walks in behind him. I'm like, all right, they're in the corner, vibing out, and then randomly, I'm going and grabbing another drink. I go stand back where we're at, and fucking, I'm looking across the fucking club, and I see this guy pull out an apple. I'm like, oh, all right. He's vibing. He's like mollied out, whatever, chilling. Bites the apple, like lifts his mask, bites the apple, vibing out. Hands the other guy the apple. He bites it.
Bro just bites it. That's
and then he's like bites it again. Vibing out. This is where it got me. He's vibing out. Looks across the club. He's like going to the other dude. Fucking hands some other guy the apple. That dude bites the apple. Then he bites it again. And then he looks across the club again. Goes back to the other guy. Yeah, exactly. The other guy bites the apple. Then he bites it. Like this happened like 2, 3, 4 times. I'm sitting there just
it's mind blown watching
because
that shit.
think about it. I'm watching everybody else. I'm
Just
out.
a community
A
apple.
Yeah. I literally said to my girl, I was like, yo, that 5 people just hit that same Molly apple.
That's crazy.
Like, bro, what do you...
Oh my God. Dude, it's like, it sounds like if you were to put a different background behind it, you would just think it's a cult. Take a bite of the apple. Bite the apple.
Like, bro, I almost had to check myself because I didn't think I was in real life.
Did I take Molly? Like, just all scared. Looking around at everyone. Maybe I'm the one that's drinking. Like, what? I'm losing
I was so confused, bro. That shit had me fucked up.
No, that would make me lose it. There's some stuff I see. Even yesterday at work, there was a lot of Halloween parties and stuff yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So people were, cause yeah, Halloween's Tuesday. Yeah, Halloween's
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Tuesday. So
yeah.
like this is the week. This is the weekend.
This is
party
2 weeks
for-
past
Oh
Halloween.
yeah,
so
yeah. But yeah. So like everyone was Halloween partying this weekend and stuff. In the time we're filming, and it would be like you'd have 100 regular customers,
Mm-hmm.
and then one would just walk in and you'd turn around and greet them, and they just have like blood face paint on, and like it's only scary because you're not expecting it. Like it's genuinely
like,
scary.
If that happened on any other day, you'd be like, "Yo, what the?
There's
fuck?
demons outside, dude. Like, yeah, like we in a kitchen, grab the knives. Like, bro, like that. Yeah, that would be terrifying any other day. But like, I was quick to put it together, obviously, because not many people are just
Yeah.
walking around like that. But oh yeah, it was a mind fuck for sure.
I'm always blown away with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not because like I don't know. It's just people be wilding out. Like
Yeah.
I never, if it was not Halloween, I don't think I would have seen a Molly apple being passed around by a masked man.
No, not at all. No, like it's weird, and the confidence behind having a mask on, or like people not being able to say
Yeah.
who you are
Yeah.
is something like scary, right? Because that's when
Yeah.
people act up, right? Is when
Yeah.
like they
Well,
are no
think
longer
about
them.
COVID, bro. The price or the rate of crime went up because
Everyone
everybody
was
had a
masked
mask.
up. Yeah. Dude, it's nuts.
We should
Right?
have an
Like-
everyday Halloween. We should have
Or
everyday-
one day Halloween, the purge.
Do you really think that shit's actually gonna happen? I feel like it's coming.
You
Maybe.
think so?
Maybe.
I think it's
Well,
it's
okay. That
it's possible in the future, like way, like I give it like 200 years future, maybe 100 years future.
if we're not all dead by then. The way shit's going, bro, like shit's wilding out. Did you hear about that guy recently who like ex-military,
Yes,
firearms instructor, like mass shooting guy, bro?
Mhm.
Like
Yay, bro performed another mass shooting. One
yeah,
of
but
so
with
many.
military training,
Yay, that's crazy.
that's the scariest part.
yeah.
Obviously, mass shootings and everything, they're fucking terrifying in regards. I never want to be in one.
But like a kid with a gun compared to a
Yeah.
military trained
Ex-firearms
expert.
expert.
Yeah.
That guy has the training to be able to know what can do what damage to doing what.
Yeah.
Plus, he has military training of surviving out in the field. Bro could have went
That's
camping.
the thing.
It's
the
crazy.
in and out. Like it's the knowledge of the in and out that's more to me than the he knows how to shoot a gun, because like realistically, there's stuff that happens, but like anybody can pull a trigger and shoot a gun, right? But like his probable ability to know how to sneak in, or like
Yeah.
figure out a way in, or how to go out on the run and live and survive afterwards, like you were saying, that's way scarier to me, because realistically a person who has mental health, who loses their freaking mind and decides to shoot up a school, like
Well,
they're
that's
fucked,
that's
bro. Like,
that's kind of like what I was thinking. Like, do you think it was like a PTSD thing? Because they said, I guess, like they found him with a bullet hole in his head, like it was like self-inflicted.
Oh, okay.
But I'm wondering, like, if you're having like a PTSD like flashback from fucking war, like you're a war vet who's been through some shit, and maybe you're just like hearing everything on TV about
Yeah.
the war. Like, I'm not justifying the fucking shooting by no way.
no,
but like,
of course.
in his mind, bro, like that's crazy. And then it almost blew my mind that they found him in the woods, I guess.
The mental health piece, though, right?
Yeah.
Because like I can sit here, like, even okay, there was an incident a few weeks ago. This will all tie together, and something happened at work, and like we were trying to figure out who, you know what I mean? And I was kind of like piecing it together in a sense, and then I'm okay. I was kind of piecing it together, and I'm starting to think realistically, like with numbers and stuff. And anyways, I was starting to think realistically, and then I stopped and I was like, well, if they're dumb enough to do this in the first place, they're probably not smart enough to do all like the thinking that I'm doing into it. You know what I mean? So like common sense kind of goes out the window at that point.
Yeah.
Right? So like if this person was in a state where he could do this, he could do that shooting, like he can fucking do anything. He can shoot himself, he can, right? Like he's evidently not right. Like there's no common sense. You'll never be able to figure out.
understand it.
Yeah, it's like I love serial killer documentaries, movie shows, Criminal Minds growing up. Thought that was sick because I liked the breakdown of the mind of the people.
But you'll never understand.
No, because you're not them. Like, you're not bad shit crazy. I don't have the capability to murder people, like murder a family of 5 of innocent people. Like, I'm not no serial killer. So it's unrealistic for me to think that I would have the brain ability to sympathize and relate to them, because I just can't. My brain is not the same as them. Everyone's brain's different. Everyone experiences different things throughout their life, which alters their brain and their brain chemistry. Some people do certain things that remove brain cells, right? Like, you can say we do that, right? So like, we'd have different brain chemistry than someone who didn't smoke. So there's that. But I think neuroscience is so important on the study and health side, because if you develop all of a sudden something in your head or your brain, and you need like the doctors to be able to say what it is, because they've seen it in 150 other people.
I don't think we should directly tie it into therapy, though. I don't know. It's almost to where, like, I find it's a weird thing. There's always so many factors that go into it.
I feel like it's kind of, everything in life is designed to create ill contentness. Yeah. So like you're saying, like, you need to achieve this step in order to get to this step, but then you need to backtrack to this step in order to get to that one, and then you
go way back and rewrite this in order to get to that one. Yeah. And then fucking
right. So it's designed to be complicated. Like, it's not supposed to be easy, right? I don't know why, but that's the way that that's the way our parents' generation decided that they wanted it.
Think about this though. Our parents' generation told us to go to college. Our parents' generation just told us to save everything. Our parents' generation told us to fucking... But I don't even know, man. Like, you can't now, bro.
It's
like,
weird.
Our parents' generation is the generation that is failing the future, because it's the old people running the country. So the people who aren't aware of how society's standpoint is today, not even a standpoint, but society's well-being. Right. They're trying to use ways from the past to then push a different agenda, which is then not actually aligning in the same matter of, this is where we need to be, this is where we are, this is where we were, and these are who are the people who are in charge. So I find if you find a middle ground between all that, then you're winning. Yeah.
I think the hard thing with them and... Because, like, you got to understand that they're all... So, like, the baby boomer generation and stuff like that, right? So, like, our parents' generation, they're, for the most part, pretty successful in how they went about things in life.
Oh, for sure.
And they have money now to fall back on. They have
but we'll never have that ease without it being given to us.
So that's the thing.
Speaking for the people between like 26, actually like all of Canada right now is fucking crazy, bro. Like, I was reading, I don't know, CBC, I think it was. They were saying people are just putting gas on their credit cards to go to work because they can't afford shit, bro. Like, the whole entire fucking world of inflation is fucking up.
If you tell someone who's successful from like the older generation that like the world's screwed up, whatever, like you aren't able to make any money, all they'll do is like say, yeah, you can, like I did it, all the shit, you got to do this, and then they'll say what they did and what worked for them at that time. Right. Unfortunately, things aren't set up the same way as they were. So the same routes don't lead me to the same level of success. Just things have to be looked at differently. The world has created a new thing, and that's the internet. And since that time, right? And like the internet's taken over completely in itself. That needs to be looked at more. It's just hard because they are successful. So you can't tell nobody they did it wrong. No. They're gonna tell you because we're sitting here broke as fuck, not able to do none, right? So like they look at us like we're failing, but unfortunately we're failing from like a society that they've created and we've created too as well. Like I'll take responsibility for it, but it's weird.
We all fall into the same pitfall of humans, bro. Like I feel like human civilization has killed it.
I think yeah.
Because think about
people
how
don't listen to each other.
No, think about how well the planet was flourishing when COVID was a thing. People didn't go outside for fucking 4 months, and all the trees were growing. Fucking, or not 4 months, like fucking 2 years.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah,
it was a while. We were on
I don't know
lock
where
for
I
a
was,
fat minute.
Yeah. Well, we were only in like lockdown for like 4 months. Cool.
You personally chose to be in lockdown for only 4 months.
That's true. Watch, they're gonna freeze my bank accounts
No,
now.
yeah.
Jokes on
I
you. don't
partied
use
with
them.
more than 6 people.
and I was 2 feet away.
Yeah. No, I did pretty good during COVID in the sense of like not going out too much. I'm not a crazy large event social person anyways. Like I'm not trying to I don't need to be in a 100 people crowd. That's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I got really creative during COVID with some fucking smoking devices because there was a bunch of shit. Like,
Yeah.
cut down. Like, not cut down, but fucking closed down. Like the smoking stores, you couldn't go get a bong. Everything was online, and I didn't trust people shipping glass in the mail.
Yeah.
Papers, corner stores were fucking one at a time. I'm not going in there for a $3 pack of papers. So fucking I got creative like high school, man. I
Yeah.
started making buckets. I know where that bowl piece is.
Oh, it's in the Bucky.
It's in the Bucky
Yeah,
system.
okay. Now that you say that, I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
No, that's what, bro. All young stoners are like creatives because
Yeah.
you have to find ways. You have to like, I don't know, and like, bro, young entrepreneurs, bro. There's a million people that'll say it, but like young people dealing drugs, unfortunately, are like the first showcasing in young life of business and making money, and like it's a bad thing. Like kids shouldn't be producing and selling drugs to the rest of the school and the masses. Like that's super fucked up. But those people that's their first sign of being decent at business. Like
That's
the
true.
go get it at that of young of an age
The
shows that
lemonade stand kids.
right. That's what I mean, bro. Like it
The-
shows that they're trying.
The cut the grass for $20 kids. Exactly.
How is that?
That's how I
handing
bought
out
my first camera.
flyers?
Actually, where is it at? This is
That's the first purchase.
This
I
is
was a little grass
this
cutter.
is like the upgraded version of the first purchase.
Okay.
But, yeah, I got everything
Show cam.
via cutting grass and hustling.
Yeah. Bro, shout out Pops. I was 12. He handed me the lawnmower and some flyers and said, go get a
fuck
job. And I was all game for it. Started cutting the neighbor's grass, making a little bit of money here and there. Fund the trailer park activities
Yeah.
in the summer.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, it's crazy like how it is crazy now that I'm thinking about it. How the hustle from like doing work as a kid kind of like fuels your passion for what you want to do later.
For sure.
Like I honestly never would have thought cutting grass and going and getting a camera to film skateboarding would then lead me into fucking doing this shit and
Filming,
fucking
podcast,
yeah.
video editing.
I don't know,
all
it's
that.
just that's just fun, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No, it's
crazy.
something you enjoy, and like because you showed such an interest in it at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you can tell that that's what your passion is, right?
It's true.
But most people, like McIntyre that we interviewed a few weeks ago, right?
yeah.
He works so that he can fund his hobby,
Yeah.
right? And it's not a hobby, bro. He's very, very talented. That
Bro,
song just
Juice-
came out with
no.
Maristella.
No,
It's
did it?
fire.
Did
Yeah,
it?
it came out.
I
But
didn't-
like
I didn't
he's very, very
fucking-
talented. I didn't mean to call it like a hobby. You good at your shit. But like right? Like a lot of people live in this stage of like working to fund what you wish you could like work full time off of, and what you're working to work full time off of. But you're not just there yet. You're not
Right.
there yet.
Right.
Everyone's got to take that leap, I think, eventually. But yeah, many people sit in that state of like having a job to fund your what you love.
Right. It's a trip, man. It's such a trip. Even ammo.
Yeah, same thing.
Dude.
I mean,
I can't wait to
us-
see what he does with that university project.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be super sick.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Something
I got
out of
hooked
Windsor, baby.
on his fucking page the one night.
Yeah,
like
just
till like
scrolling.
2 a.m, just like I was looking on everything. Yeah. Fuck, it's crazy, man. Crazy. What's your favorite like Actually, no. Fuck that. Scratch that question. Have you had any crazy dreams lately? I've had. Do you remember your dreams?
Yeah, okay, wait. Dude, I had one really recently, and I remember talking about it. Shit, what happened? So, like, I always remember them for a short period of time. So, I think I had one last night.
Because people be telling me that they don't remember their dreams. Because
I
I'll be like,
don't.
yo, I had this crazy dream. I had this crazy dream. Like, what, you remember your dreams? I'm like, just for like maybe a day or two, unless it's super impactful.
Yeah, I can't remember it that long. Like right when I wake up, like I'm like, yo, like
Yeah, well, that's because like your REM sleep or whatever. Do you know how that works?
Yeah,
The
a little
last,
bit, a
the last
little
like
bit.
I think it's the last 4 minutes, or maybe I'm gonna look this up. Researchers estimate that the average person spends about 2 hours dreaming each night. REM sleep periods early in the night generally last about 10 minutes and gradually increase in length throughout the night to a maximum of about 1 hour.
Damn, okay.
But like,
the sleep's weird, man. Cause like,
I don't know.
when you wake up, I feel like dreams when I were a kid, I can still remember them today. But like, you know those nightmares you had when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You remember those
yeah, those stick with me. I know those, and like they don't make sense. I could try to explain them, but like my brain is just peas, bro. Like my dreams are so dumb. That's why I can't remember them. Is because the details are so dumb. Like they don't make any sense.
It says since dreams are thought to primarily occur during REM sleep, the sleep stage when the MCH cells turn on activates activation of these cells may prevent the content of the dream from being stored in the hippocampus. Whatever the fuck that is. I'm assuming that's where like we
where your
just
brains
remember.
go?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was definitely where memories are and shit. If that's how they're describing it. I feel like I should know that, bro. I went to school. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I can tell you that much.
A microsleep is a sudden temporary episode of sleep or drowsiness which may last a few seconds where an individual fails to respond to some arbitrary sensory input and becomes unconscious. That's fucking scary.
That's weird. So, like, I just, like, pass out?
What is
Isn't
it?
that what narcolepsy is? Isn't that when you
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like, pass out randomly?
I almost consider that like a mini stroke. Like imagine you're driving 4 or 5 seconds. Out cold.
Yeah. Well, that's a huge risk. Like, think about that. You're driving.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge risk. Liability. Ooh,
It's
that
crazy.
poor
tough.
family in the other lane. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's whack. You couldn't, would you be able to get a license if you had narcolepsy?
Can you keep your license if you have a stroke? I feel like
don't
that's. I don't know if that's the same thing or
I feel like you
close to
wouldn't
it.
be able to if you had narcolepsy, because like, yeah, there's no chance. There's no chance. You can't just give someone a license who, like, you know they're going
Well,
to
like,
fall asleep.
Even people with like blood sugar issues, like hypoglycemics, like y'all be passing out if you don't have enough blood sugar.
But at least there's
or high enough
something.
blood sugar.
Well, at least there's something they can do about it, and then it
Right.
becomes like on the person. Like, they then take personal liability. But like, you couldn't just. There's no way you would insure someone. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in my head.
It's a crazy thought.
Damn!
Bro.
Imagine not being able to drive because of something you were born with. That's tough. Like you're just like naturally not able to drive. Not you don't want to go get your license. Not like you're scared of the roads. Like,
But you just naturally are not allowed.
yeah.
That's crazy. That really makes you think.
Bro, I knew a kid.
Like the
his
bee.
his dream job, bro, was to work. He wanted to be a pilot. That was his like absolute dream. Okay.
Okay.
He wanted to be a pilot, but he wasn't allowed to be. Like, he tried, he did all this stuff, but he wasn't allowed to be because bro was colorblind.
What kind of fucking colors you need for being a pilot?
Runway. There's runway lights. And
So,
different shots
okay,
show
this is
different
always.
paths.
This is always. I got a
There's green
question.
lights and red lights, you know what I mean?
They have colorblind glasses now, right?
Supposedly.
So
Correct.
people can see color if you're colorblind. But then my thought was, if you're colorblind and you have somebody telling you that say,
Well, that's the whole conspiracy from our childhood as well, is that me and you see different colors, but we know them as that. Like, that is green to you because
Yeah.
you were told that that was green.
Yeah.
And that's green to me because I was told that that was green, but maybe I see red.
okay, so then let's create a chart where that red for you, whatever color you're seeing, say you grab a color pencil of whatever color you're seeing.
Yeah.
So then
But like, but it wouldn't, because like we're taught to see that
but we could get around this. I'm almost certain we could get around this. Let's
It
talk
doesn't
about this
work.
for a second.
Okay.
So
I don't
if
think we could. It
if
doesn't
we get
work.
if we get a package of color pencils, right?
Right.
And say you're colorblind and I'm not colorblind.
okay.
And then we go outside and I tell you to look at the grass. And I
Yes.
tell you to pick a color pencil and color on the
Yeah.
paper. And then say you grab a red color pencil and that's supposed to be green and you color it red.
Mm-hmm.
I can then say grab the actual green color pencil and correspond that color.
Mm-hmm.
So then we created a chart. So then that chart is there. So when you see that color, you know it's then supposed to be that.
Yeah. Okay. So you could just reverse
engineer it to the point where you're never going. I mean, obviously, at a quick glance for aero pilots and shit,
Okay.
it's going to be hard to. Okay, but you then see, if you have it like right in your view and you see these lights lighting up red,
Yeah.
then you can be like, okay, I'm good to go because
But,
that's
like,
green.
If I'm colorblind, right?
Obviously, the tones of it are different for everybody.
You'd have to do it with a kid, because like here's the thing, like, okay, I'm colorblind, right?
Okay.
So like you're giving this to me and you're saying, so
Wait,
like,
are you actually colorblind?
No.
Oh, okay. Word,
I'm
word,
saying
word.
like in this scenario, right?
Got you.
I'm colorblind and you're handing this to me and asking me like what color is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm colorblind. When I'm looking at this, I see this red.
Right.
Okay. But I went to school.
Okay.
Okay. So hand this to me. What color is it? I'm looking at this. Hand it to me. That's blue. I was taught in school when I see this color that it's blue.
Okay, but then that's just the fucking education system failing you. We need to reverse engineer the education system.
like
because
no,
we're
I'm talking on a whole theory
I got
of like
you, I got you.
everybody in the world sees different colors. Like we don't necessarily
Right.
view everything the exact same way.
But then let's tie it back to the point where there's a way to get around your buddy not being able to get his pilot's license. Because for him, his
Right.
colorblindness may be something very, very minimal compared to somebody else. Where I think just because, oh yeah, I'm colorblind, you shouldn't then stop it there from, oh yeah, you're not allowed to become a pilot.
right.
You should then bring it to the point like, okay, let's go get your eyes checked. How bad is your color, like your blindness? Because then if we can cross compare and we can reverse engineer it, then you may still be able to perform at the same quality, if not better, than some of the people. Just because, like, some people have a fucking lazy eye.
See,
Don't mean
I
they can't see straight. I mean, they might not be able to see
I think it's
straight.
definitely a job in a position where that can be worked around,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you can still figure out. It just depends. Like, I guess it
It's
depends
a-
what colorblind is, because some people see different colors. Some people do. Some people see gray. I feel like people see gray, like
Dull.
no color, like black and white in
Yeah.
a sense.
I
you
would love to know.
like a dog. 'Cause dogs.
Do you
don't
think
see
there's
color.
glasses that like give you obviously? Okay, so if they've corrected colorblindness via glasses, do you think there's then glasses that reverse the effects so you can then see what other people with colorblindness are seeing? So say you're seeing me looking through a polarized
Yeah.
glasses. So
That makes
my
sense.
my prescription, fucking, you can get glasses that then will go outside and they'll change to fucking the whatever. So, fuck. Where'd my thought go? Where'd my thought
no,
go?
it's a good idea. Like I know what you're saying. So you would give me a normal, not normal, but like 20/20 vision seeing person.
Yeah.
These glasses, and it would show me the perception of someone who was colorblind, like drunk goggles. In a sense,
yeah.
right?
So if they've made drunk goggles, obviously it's probably just whiskey glass type fucking.
I'm sure they've done enough research on people who are colorblind where like they could make something like that. Because that's all everything is just like research enough of the market to create a product that'll suffice, right? And like I feel like colorblindness is somewhat common, maybe not like super common.
I know a couple
but-
people who are actually colorblind. I've
Right?
never really
Like-
dove deep into the conversation. I think
But,
we
like-
should do a color contest with colorblind people.
But do you see what I'm saying? They're gonna like they're gonna
But,
they're gonna
like-
get it right. They just it's a colorblindness is a mental thing, not like a physical thing.
Are they gonna get it right though? Because if we don't label,
But they would
The colors.
But these aren't 6-year-olds. Like they know what colors are. They've been taught colors in school,
yeah, obviously.
right? So like if you've been told your whole life that this is red and I hand it to you, you're gonna tell me it's red.
unless you prove me otherwise. And obviously, like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right? Like, because, like, even if they see it as green, they're still going to
But, like-
say it's blue because they've been taught their whole life that color green.
So then we can make
is
a
blue.
chart. We should make a chart. We should
Okay.
fix some shit. Let's. I don't know. I
Me
find
and
it. I
Logan
find
are
it
gonna-
crazy how your buddy didn't get his pilot's license.
Yeah,
I know a
yeah.
motherfucker with no hands who has his pilot's license. I
No
had to
way.
promise you, swear to God, if the
No
motherfucker's
pause.
from no pause, bro. I would tell him to stand 10 toes down, but he only got 10 toes.
Jesus.
I
I like that one.
no, but like straight up, I like my business teacher, high school,
Okay.
had no hands,
Damn.
like straight up. My dentist's brother. I'm gonna cut a bunch of this
So,
random
no.
shit out.
I have questions. I have questions
for sure.
around a teacher with no hands. I got to be honest with you.
Right, teacher with no hands. Okay, you want to hear the story?
No. I have one question right before. As an Italian man, okay, I do a lot of this. Talking about my hands. Like, was bro was bro's shoulders down, like shoulders and arms down to the side, or what? Did he like talk with his hands? Like, did he talk with his arms? You know what I mean? Like, was he
It was
like
grade 9.
like, hello class, welcome today? Obviously with nubs, but like, hello class, welcome.
How do I do this without being rude?
You're just doing it. Like, that's how bro is.
He would
Okay,
point
so
around with the-
okay.
Yeah.
There. Okay,
'Cause,
I like that. That's
I can't-
confidence.
Yeah, I can't even hold you. He drove the sickest old BMW E30.
Damn.
It was nice red. It had the old fucking dial tone phone in it.
Yeah.
He drove that, but I walked into fucking class the first day, and all I hear on the keyboard is
just going hella
like,
quick.
fastest typer I'd ever
Damn.
fucking seen. And
I feel like that would be a disadvantage, not an advantage. Because,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. We walked
Damn.
in, everybody sat down, and he's like, all right, we're going to open up this one program, and then we're going to do this one thing. Fucking, I remember it like it was yesterday, too. We're going to type out, it was like every class we go, see how many words a minute you could type or
Okay,
whatever.
yeah.
His record, bro, it was out the ass. Nobody could beat him. And obviously, if you're a business teacher doing that every single morning on your free
Yeah.
time, you ain't got nothing better to do, you're going to be good at it.
Literally.
So then he was explaining, like, fucking who he is, what he does, and, like, something cool about him. So he's like, my name's blah, blah, blah. I've been teaching for this many years, and you might not think so, but I actually have my pilot's license. And everybody in the fucking class just
yeah.
jaw hit the fucking
Yeah.
floor, dude.
Because that's not something you think.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
There's
crazy.
no reason
Good
your
for
buddy
him, bro.
there's no
Bro's
reason
out
your
here
buddy
typing
should've.
100 fucking letters or 100 words a minute.
like,
flying planes.
how do
Bro
you-
is more capable than me with both of my hands.
Like,
That's
obviously there's a
crazy.
lot of math and like smarts that go into flying a plane and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
calculation and wind and all that shit. That bro obviously had it there.
Mhm.
But my thing is, if you have to fucking pull up, we're
I
going
guess.
down. We're going
But couldn't
down.
you just go behind it?
But his nubs were like here.
I
So like
I
halfway
guess.
down, you're like,
risky.
how? I can't even do it accurately. Like,
Huh. Yay. That's it would definitely
it was
be
so
like a safety
confusing.
concern.
I definitely like wish I like could have seen the process of how he did it, because
See,
like
this is
I'm-
why I don't like things. Because like this is why I don't like society. I feel like it shouldn't be rude to ask people questions. Like I would
No.
love to ask bro like how he flies a plane with no damn hands. And like I don't think that is a rude thing to say. I don't think
No,
that's
I don't think
right?
it's
Like,
rude either.
We've created a society where like don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Right? Like, oh, this person's handicapped. Well, don't look at them. Don't talk about it. What do you mean, bro? They're just regular people that's got a story behind it, right? Like, bro, come up in here and tell me how you whip around in your beautiful car. Like, that's crazy
Yeah.
to me. Like, I want to
does blow
know.
my mind.
Yeah, I'd love to know simple things about like just even how a regular day goes with someone who doesn't have. Think about that, bro. Buckle your belt. Tie your shoes.
He actually did a live demonstration of how he tied his shoes. He went around the room and
Bro, this
fucking-
guy's got it all figured out. This is why I need to talk to him, dude.
we
Like,
could. I went to fucking. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we can go there. It's pretty fucking close.
Bet.
And it's school season. You could. It
Yeah.
might be. I don't know. Would it be disrespectful if we walked in, visited all the teachers, and then just suddenly popped in and
I
chatted
don't know.
with bro?
I feel like we have to maybe make a phone call first.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
email somebody, but I can take care of all that stuff. I'm good on that professional
Go
shit.
back to fucking.
See?
I hated that place. It was fucking designed like a prison. Fucking right. I appreciate y'all for watching. That was the Second Spliff podcast episode. What are we on?
I don't even know. We've
Bro,
been just pumping these
Yeah.
out.
Fuck. We got to be at 10. I think this is probably 11 maybe.
No, I'd say 10. I'd say 10
10?
because we just did.
Yo.
Yeah.
What did bro say? We get to 10 or 20 and then he's coming on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
All right, we got 10 more if it's 20. If it's 10,
we on it.
we're going to talk soon.
You see?
But yeah, if you're new here, we're the Second Spliff. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts. You can catch us on YouTube. If you're returning, make sure to hit that follow, that subscribe. That's our time. Thank you.
Peace.
Been so caught up in the moment, and now that I know this, it's time to get off the only road that I know. Since I've been playing tug of war with a rope of emotion, now we running round while we go through the motions.